It has been 3 years since Jon Lester signed a 6-year, $155 million deal with the Chicago Cubs. While it was announced that he had agreed to come to Chicago on December 10, 2014, and the contract was officially official on the 15th. 3 years ago today he was introduced in the press conference in which he donned a Cubs uniform for the first time. For the first time in years, the fans felt like this team could be a force to be reckoned with. The excitement of having one of the best left-handed starters in baseball along with the likes of Kris Bryant, Addison Russell, Javier Baez and Jorge Soler all on their way up was in the air. Not to mention the hiring of Joe Maddon a month prior. The Chicago Cubs were ready to be winners. Lester said in his presser, quoted by WGN's Josh Friedman, "I wouldn't be here if I didn't think we couldn't win in 2015. Teams like the Red Sox, Giants, Braves and Dodgers all had interest in Lester and he came to Chicago." Lester's successful seasons. 3 years into his deal, it has been well worth it. Lester had helped lead the way to 3 NLCS appearances and a World Series title. Despite the down year in 2017, his overall performance has had way more positives than negatives. His first year in 2015, the stats are actually better than some may remember. In 205 innings he pitched to a 3.34 ERA, 2.92 FIP, 1.12 WHIP, 207 strikeouts, 5.7 BB% and a 5.0 FWAR. So far that was his highest FWAR season and lowest FIP. .2016 was the year of awards, both personal and team. In addition to a shiny World Series ring, he made his 4th career All-Star Team, LCS MVP and was a Cy Young finalist. His regular season stat line includes a 2.44 ERA, 3.41 FIP, 1.02 WHIP, 197 strikeouts, 6.5 BB% and a 4.4 WAR in 223 innings. Everyone knows last year was a struggle. He labored through many games and had trouble putting guys away in many games, which is very unlike him. It was only the second time in his 12-year career he had an ERA 4.33 and FIP 4.10 above 4 in years he started 30 games. It was also the first time he started a season 30 games and did not get at least 190 innings. Postseason monster. One of the most important attributes of Jon Lester is his postseason abilities. He was great with Boston and he has done great in October for the Cubs. He has a 2.53 ERA and a 0.97 WHIP in 64 postseason innings. Last year he had a 1.91 ERA in 3 games. Overall, Jon Lester has been well worth his massive deal. And at 33, he still has stuff left in the tank. There is every reason to be optimistic about Lester bouncing back next year and pitching like himself more consistently again in 2018.